Hi guys, welcome to K-pop Talks. Finally, the long-awaited video that I've been teasing for some time is here. This is gonna be the video about the best albums, obviously, of the month. In this case, the month in question is not only one, it's actually two, it's plural, it's months, and it's gonna be about August and September of 2023. In August, September, for whatever reason, I just didn't record this video. I constantly forgot about it. I was doing other things. Now, I find myself in a better position, more chill in life, and I want to actually now record this shit and get right through it. So let's start with the best albums of August 2023. The best albums, obviously. The first album we have in question is Nine.I with New Mind. So Nine.I is, I'm pretty sure they debuted this year, I could be wrong. And honestly, I think for a debut it was a pretty solid album. I've really enjoyed some of the songs in there. Hard hitting, a good variety of tracks, of productions, and I think also of vocal chops for the idols to showcase their different ability vocally. It's short to the point. I think it's a good introduction to people who want to get to know Nine.I, and I think these type of albums are a good example to me to how to do an introduction in an album. There's been other groups who have done it this month, so obviously Evan is an example of that, but I think compared this to Evan, I think this one just sticks with me more than Evan. I feel like Evan is stuff that I heard more. It's in the sense more standard K-pop. Nine.I goes standards as well, but in certain elements, whether it's production wise or vocally or rhythmically, they try to go differently, and I think they make themselves stand out a little bit better in my opinion. So it's a very enjoyable project for me, and I hope you like it as well. Next we have Tan with Tan Made. I've been talking about Tan all year. One of the groups that I think started this year pretty good, then had a last year, had a very good debut. Then I had a very shaky 6 months, and the last couple of months I think for Tan have been good. Came back with a very good single, a very solid project all around, good, fun to listen to. Love the fact that they're not trend chasing as much as they were doing 6 months ago. Their company, I think, simmered down a little bit and realized that a lot of what you see in K-pop now is more about like the numbers don't really actually give you the exact value of how popular your group is. But Tan is a solid group, and I think with time they'll become a staple in this industry if their company builds them the right way and they don't try to, jump the steps that specifically smaller group unfortunately have to go through more now than like 10 years ago, where if you had a very popular song, you were almost indicated you were gonna be popular from now on. That's the way it is. Next we have an album that I've thought about a little bit. I don't know if I was going to put it or not, and it's High Key with Soul Dreaming. High Key is a group that last year I thought I had a very fun debut, very different style of music, very, stylistic production, stylistic songs in general, very weird, kind of like modern in a way, different than others, kind of chic as well. And they decided to go with more of a classic K-pop route, honestly, and I think with this album they've done a good job with it. More simple production, smoother vocals, more elegant, more simple in a way, but simple not as in a bad thing, as in a good way, and I think they've done it very well in here. High Key is a group that I think keeps improving, and I think on top of improving, they're pushing themselves to really do different things every single time. It's not enough for them to make the same song over and over again. They'll be fine with do something different. So I'm definitely curious to see what is going to be their next comeback, what's going to be their next album. Is it going to be a completely different concept? Is it going to go back to their initial debut concept? I'm curious to see where they're gonna go from now on, because they have the potential, I can feel it, but I think it's gonna be hard for them to really, if they care obviously, to get to the next level. Next we have MADDYXP with Happy Metal. I don't think any of you know this album, and I didn't know this artist before, but MADDYXP is one of the most interesting artists I've seen from Korea in a long time. The way she fuses hip-hop, rock, pop, the PC music influences everywhere in here. The features really work well. You wouldn't be surprised. I'm pretty sure. Let me if I can find them really quick while I talk about this project. The way she's able to make them all together, it's very interesting. I don't think it's I don't think it's an easy project to understand. Yes, Vernivis, Kirara, and this Kines Isik, they do a great job on this album. Really, please give it a try, because she's an unknown artist. She's an artist that most of you don't know. She's pretty much a super underground artist from Korea, but I think definitely give her a try and a possibility, because if you like that style of music, that more alternative pop that is fine going up in a million different directions, I think you will like MADDYXP a lot in that project. We go back with more of a classic K-pop artist, in this case Jihyo from Twice with her first solo project Zone. It's pretty good. You know, I like it more than Nine, definitely. I find it to be more cohesive. I find that obviously Jihyo's vocals are incredible. The production choices they've done for her really fit her very well. And I think that overall she takes home a very solid project to possibly kickstart her solo career. I don't know how much Jihyo is interested in solo stuff. To be fair, it's not like she has like, it's not like Nine who has always said she wanted to do solo stuff and stuff like that. You know, I'm curious to see where she want to go for that because I think she has a lot of potential. The single, unfortunately, I would say is the worst track out of this project, but you know, it's still an enjoyable listen, and overall, I think all the songs fit together well in the project, and there's nothing that really stands up negatively in my opinion. Next we have Une with The Lost Diary, a very very interesting artist that I didn't know before, but the way she's able to fuse pop and some R&B and hip hop and put all these artists together on a song. Like if you listen to Villain and you listen it with Lil Boy, you would never think that Lil Boy could fit in a production like that, and he does, I think, really really well. So give credit to her, because, or him, I don't know who it is, that produced this project. It's I think surprisingly very fun, very different than what more people think, and what people expect, in my opinion. Again, the features in here really really surprise you, because you have Lil Boy, you have Haeyeon, you have Ron, obviously you have Choilby, like very very different artists, but they all fit well together. Another smaller artist that I hope that I get you to actually enjoy and possibly discover. She's very, she or he, I assume she, since there's always a female vocal on here, does a great job, and obviously all the features fit perfectly well. A simple project, 6 songs, I'm pretty sure, like 15 minutes, straight to the point. You can listen to this on loop and never get tired of it, in my opinion. Next we have Kim Sejeong with Door. I'd say this probably was the biggest surprise for me from August, because really, I mean, the quality of the tracks is incredible. I mean, Kim Sejeong is somebody that after pretty much disbandment of Gugudan, she's focused for the most part the last 3 or 4 years on her acting career. She's became super successful in Korean the drama scene. She's had, I think, if not the biggest or one of the 3 biggest dramas of this year. I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, correct me, people that actually watch dramas. So she's been killing it. So the decision of actually making music, it's actually interesting, because more often than not when you transition to being an actor, you don't necessarily care about being a musician as much. So to see her coming back and not only delivering on a very good project, she comes back with a full-length project, which is super uncommon in K-pop, specifically for idols. And on top of being uncommon for idols, it's actually long. It's actually 40 minutes. It's 11 tracks, 40 minutes. So the average length of a song is actually there. And there's a great variety, very good production choices. The productions are all fantastic. They all fit her vocal color and I think aesthetic very very well. In my opinion, there isn't a bad song on here. So for me, I have to be honest, looking at the project, looking at where she's artistically, she's, in my opinion right now, one of the most complete solo artists. But on top of being a very complete solo artist, I have to say, she has dropped one of the best projects of this year, you know? So it will definitely be my top 20, 30 at the end of the year, because you rarely hear this quality of K-pop albums, in my opinion. How do you say? From solo K-pop artists. It's very, very rare, in my opinion. So really, really good. Definitely check it out. I mean, you definitely did, because Kim Sejeong is super popular, so you definitely at least gave it a try. But yeah, I mean, definitely give it a listen. It's very, very good, and I think you'll be surprised how much she's improved as an artist. And last one from September, we have, oh no, I actually put it twice, High-Key Soul Dreaming. My bad. Big mistake. We cancel it from my list, and we go back to, we start, and we go, and we keep going with September. This is one of the best ones I heard from September. First one, you have Kisnue with Reincarnation, alternative pop music, laid back productions, amazing vocals, an artist that I discovered this year, specifically this month. So definitely give it a try, because if you like that more alternative, not like Lana Del Rey, but that like on that ballpark of style, I think you will. Next you have V with Layover. V, as I've said already, I think this year has released the best project in my opinion. So between him, Suga, Jimin, and Jin, Jungkook, he was the best one in my opinion. Great productions, amazing vocals here, really really good vocal in my opinion. Different from everyone else. I like the fact that he's not trend chasing, he's doing his own thing, unlike Jungkook, who's obviously apparently really cares about being super popular, similar to Jimin. But V does his own thing and he does it perfectly. I think the laid back aspect of this music, I think, kind of like represents more what he is. you know, and I kind of fuck with that, you know, because normally, as I've said, the vocalists of BTS, they're not necessarily the best solo musicians. They're amazing in a group, they're amazing vocally, but to showcase that ability and that artistry, it's hard for them. And to see Ving being able to do that at the level that he has been, I think it's a great sign, and I think it's a great thing for him. Next, we have XG with New and DNA. Not too much to talk about it. XG, one of the best girl groups, in fact, one of the best groups in the world. Had, if not the best year, the second best year in my opinion. It can't be below 3. Definitely a top 3 group of this year. Amazing songs, all the stuff they released before with a couple of B tracks, insane variety, insane level of hype, energy, quality throughout. You can't say anything. And next, you have a group that, if you have watched my videos from this channel, my previous channel, which is The Rose, I've always criticized them. I always thought they weren't that good, but Duel really made me a fan. I don't know what happened this year with me or The Rose. Maybe they grew on me all these years, but this year, I don't know if their music changed. I would have to check back on their music, but because I don't remember honestly. But I mean, were they always this good vocally? The way they understand pauses in music, silence, the production. I feel like the instrumentals have gotten better. I find that even coherence, I don't know if coherence is the right word, but like thematically, they're able to keep that throughout an entire project, where before you would hear a million different style of songs. You know, I always said that the Rose to me were very similar to Day 6, but I listen to this project, there's nothing similar to Day 6 right now, you know, and maybe even before they weren't necessarily as equal, but they were in the ballpark. But this year, I mean, even if it's not Back to Me, it was a very popular song. It's nothing. And it's a song like Eclipse, Cosmo, for example. I don't think this is what the Rose used to do. Again, I'll definitely go back and listen to their music and give it a try. But if I go back to listen to Heal, for example, or even Void, that came out years ago, like I don't remember them being that good. But again, you learn and you move on in life as always. Next, we have Dawn with Narcissus. Dawn, since he has left Hyuna, objectively has went back to being an insane artist, insane productions. Again, thematically, this album is poignant, is pregnant. It's not pregnant is another word, but like is full. You can feel that he's actually talking about things that he cares about, similar to what he did before when he debuted after Pentagon. But clearly, when he went with Yona, he's still in love with her. Obviously, at the time he did everything she wanted to do. And I think that really didn't make him his best version of himself from an artistic standpoint. And now that he can focus more on himself and on his artistry, you can tell he has gotten better. You can tell he's more comfortable on a production. You can tell that he's doing what he wants to do artistically, the features that he's bringing, because I didn't see him doing a song with 10 centimeter when he was Yukiona. It was impossible to imagine that, in my opinion, and to see him do it with that, it was pretty cool. I mean, obviously having people like Kim Sawol, PH1, I think he collaborated with in the past. I could be wrong. Gemini, I don't think so. So bring this different type of artists, different type of styles into a project, and I think on top of that, being able to deliver on it, even though it's not super long or anything, but it's still almost 30 minutes. Give him credit. Donnie has always been, in my opinion, a very, very interesting artist, and now that he can focus on himself, you can see that I think that is potential when he can be in like 3 or 4 years. And last but not least, of the best album of September and of the entire video, it's Key with Good and Great. Key has not missed the last couple of years objectively. Clearly he has been focused more on his solo stuff. He's been putting the work, he's been studying, he's been actually taking it seriously, and you can just hear it. Vocally, production wise, he's focused, and you can just feel it in the album itself. The focus is there, the quality is there. SM is always one thing you have to give him credit. I think they're solo artists, they've done a good job this year, more than years prior to this. So I think it was a good year for him, and I think it's been a great, I think, post-COVID for Key in general. I think for SHINee members in general, but specifically him. He has really, really improved a lot, you know, for being a guy that was just known for his looks and for his wit to become, I think, a full-fledged artist at the level of Onyu or even a Jonghyun, rest in peace, when he was alive. I think you have to give him credit. He has improved a lot, and you can't hate on somebody for actually putting time in their craft and getting better. And this was it for the best albums of these 2 months. After after a month and a half of telling you I'm gonna drop it, I finally did. I don't know why it took me so long. I'm definitely gonna drop the October albums one, if not next week, the week after. It will depend when I have my pretty much my final exams, because technically it's the 2nd of November, but there's a lot of people and it's an oral exam. We have to actually talk. It normally takes me 15-20 minutes to interrogate someone, so maybe I end up passing if not the week the next one. So if I pass the next week, then by definition probably I'll have to like I can drop it next week definitely. But I still have a lot of albums to listen to. There have been a lot of albums that I've been interested from October, but if you ask me from this couple of months which one are my favorite projects, I would definitely tell you High Key, MADDYXP, Une, Kim Sejeong obviously, with Door, Une with Lost Diary. I mean, I would say MADDYXP. I mean, I would say High Key because I've still listened to it more and more. I would say XG, New DNA, Narcissus with Dawn, and that's it. These have been my favorites. The other ones are very good as well, but these are ones that I've been listening to the most subjectively. I thought it was pretty solid 2 months. August worse than September, and October is looking better than these 2 months combined. So again, as I said in the other video that I recorded before, it's looking like 2023 it's at the level of a 2018 and 2016. So it's great for the industry, it's great for the genre. Bangers at the top, amazing solo projects, amazing underground stuff. That's the best thing you can hope for K-pop. And so that's really it for me for this video. Again, if you agree, leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay. Again, comment what were your favorite albums of these couple of months. Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree? Have a discussion in the comments. Share, obviously I would love it. I'll leave in my comment section my Twitter if you want to follow my Twitter, where I talk about the industry and I give my unfiltered opinion, whether they're positive or not. I think my camera fucked up for no reason, right? Yeah.